Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Masters of the Universe Tuesday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Masters of the Universe Masterverse New Eternia Stratos. Let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging. And here we have on the top 30 points of articulation barcode Masterverse and that nice cracky, scrolly, artworky symbols thingy that we have come to expect on our Masterverse packaging. 6 and up, nice big window showcasing the figure and his accessories. Masters of the Universe New Eternia Stratos. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, made in Vietnam print, symbols I'm not going to learn, mattelshop.com, contents, one figure accessories, some numbers, and a barcode. On this side, Stratos, winged warrior. And on this side, some very nice artwork of the King of Avion. And on the back side here, Masters of the Universe New Eternia, original design inspired by classic concepts. And very nice artwork. You see Stratos up here in the front, and a bunch of birdmen and women, and a pterodactyl looking thing flying in the background. And then let's see what it says. Stratos, winged warrior. The once majestic mystic mountains now lay scattered in ruined shards across the oceans of Eternia. Stratos reforms Avion as a nest of island outposts protecting ships from pirates, marauders, and, worst of all, Merman and his sub-oceanic monstrosities. Through hardship and turmoil, Stratos proves to be the most resilient of New Eternia's warriors. And here's the cross-sale of the rest of the wave. Evelyn, Revelation, Prince of Power Frosta, Revelation Roboto, and this figure, Stratos, New Eternia Stratos. Also available, each sold separately, subject to availability. Colors and decorations may vary. Mattel empowering the exertion through play, and some recycled stuff. And that, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And handy dandy tweezers here. Let's start by taking a look at his hands. And there's a Beastman slap hand. And it's all furry. Possibly reuse from Revelations Beastman, or it may be all new. And then here's the other Beastman slap hand. But of course, in Stratos' case, I do believe they're flight hands, and they are both on in and out hinges. Here we have his aerator, I guess. Here we have his high altitude oxygen mask. And here we have, I'm going to call it the Egg of Avion, which, if I remember correctly, is the jewel that endows Stratos' people with the power of flight. And nice looking egg part here, and then gold claw and gold scepter. Very nice detail. Looks pretty cool. Now let's take a look at the figure himself. And starting at the head, I have to say, that's a very Stratos looking head. Of course it should be because it is Stratos. But I just think it really reminds me a lot more of the Filmation head than of the original figure. But nice details, nice paint apps on it as well. Then we have this piece here, the collar, the feathered collar, which I think is molded in this red, and then it has this red painted on it, very glossy one as well, so that it stands out, I suppose. The wings are nicely textured and they are hinged. Now I will say one issue I do have with the wings is I do believe these straps for the biceps are just way too low, and you can adjust it a little bit, but they just keep falling back down. And this is the same on both sides. Straps for his backpack come around here, and this part of it is a separate piece that it kind of plugs in, then slides down, and then it plugs in on the posts where the straps hold on to the back piece, and then this goes down over that. Now the way it comes packaged is this isn't on there, and these are under the straps, and they're looped around that post, but they actually loop around this post right here. I thought maybe there was some reuse here on the torso from Revelation Beastman, and if it is, it's hard to tell it. I compared them up, and it does look like two new pieces right here. The arms I do believe are reused, as well as the legs from the hip joint down to the boot cut, even though he's not wearing a boot. But I do believe the feet are the same as well. But I could be wrong. They could just be the same retooled feet. But I do believe they're the same from when I looked at it. Now, of course, this collar piece here is a separate piece that you can pull off to give him a more classic look. Let's talk about his articulation. He looks up slightly, looks down slightly. He's got some chicken neck, so there's some parties going on in Avion. Slight waggle. He can do the full exorcist. At the shoulder, comes out slightly less than 90 degrees. We'll do a full 360 degree rotation. Also a cut here at the upper bicep that also allows, well, with the wing on, it won't go all the way around. The wing does get in the way, but it will do a full 360 degree rotation. Double hinged pinless elbow. And it will give you that much bend. And one thing I will say that I really like about these wings is they, instead of being one piece, they are hinged. So it's two pieces with a hinge in it at the elbow. I just wish these were moved up just a little bit more. There's a cut here where the chest and the abdomen meet. Gives you some hula hula action. Allows him to bend back that far and crunch forward that far. Cut here at the waist that allows for 360 degree rotation. At the hips, gives you that much of the splits. Kicks forward that far. Steps back about that far. Cut here at the upper thigh for a full 360 degree rotation. Double hinged pinless knee gives you that much bend. There's a cut at the upper shin for another 360 degree rotation. And at the ankle, tilts down that far, tilts up that far, and a forward-facing pin for rocker. Now, let's fully put him in his new Eternia mode. Now, you take this aerator, air machine, air compressor, whatever it is, breathing, part of the breathing apparatus. And you see it's got these little loops on the end. And just push them on those posts at the end of the jetpack. It's the same on both sides. And it just kind of hangs down like that. Then you can slip this over the top of his head, or I'm sure you can remove his head and slide the mask on from the bottom and move it up. And I'm having difficulties now, of course. Got it really easy earlier when I wasn't filming. And then you just take this little end of the hose here and tab it into the hole on the aerator, and there you have it. And it gives him a much more bird look. So as you can see, the mask is very much bird beak shaped. And then we'll give him his scepter. And you can just hold it in either one of his hands. They're C grips. And I don't know if I talked about their articulation. They do twist around 360 degrees, and they're both on in and out hinges, just in case I missed that earlier, which I think I did. So there is Stratos, all full new Eternia'd up. And that, my friends, is a look at the figure and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here's new Eternia Stratos with new Eternia Zodak, whom I thought they might share some parts, but they do not. And Revelation Beastman, or whom they do share parts. The upper bicep to the elbow and the hip down to the boot cut are the parts that they share. Here's new Eternia Stratos with the Masterverse 40th Anniversary He-Man, and to see how he starts comparing up with other lines. From the Marvel Legends series, we have making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. For our final set of comparisons, here we have new Eternia Stratos with, from G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander, and from Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. For final thoughts on the Masters of the Universe Masterverse new Eternia Stratos, I have to say, I think this is the best of new design and classic styling. Because he really harkens back to that original figure, at least in my opinion. Your mileage, of course, may vary. Excuse me. His accessories are cool. Little staff. I want to say that was in one of the original Filmation episodes. Maybe not exactly like that, but if it wasn't exactly like that, it was very, very similar. And, you know, I like the wings. I like the backpack. I like the high altitude breathing mask. And the feathered loincloth, the feathers around the neck I'm not too sure about. I may take those off. And I may take the breathing apparatus off as well, just to give him that more classic Stratos look. Hinges on the wings. I thought that's a good idea. However, it seems like the upper hoops for the arms are a little large. But that's the only real nitpick I have about this figure. That does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just help the channel out further, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.